In this video, I'm going to show you how to look at an array and figure out which multiplication equations it represents. So some things to keep in mind when we talk about arrays. The commutative property of multiplication. In many of my videos, I've talked about this property. There's a commutative property of addition and a commutative property of multiplication. And basically, it states that when the order of two factors is changed, the product remains the same. Just like in an addition video, when the order of two addends changed, then the sum remains the same. And this works with multiplication because basically multiplication is just repeated addition. So in this Module 1 pretest sample question, number 4 says write two facts to match each array. We need to keep in mind that both of these equations are going to equal the same product, and they're going to use the same factors except in a different order. So let's look at how we would match the array with the equation. So an array is an arrangement of objects in rows and columns, and it makes it very, very easy for us to count, especially when those rows and columns are within equal groups. So I've been talking to your students about rows. Imagine that they're in a movie theater and the rows go from side to side. So rows represent horizontal lines and columns represent vertical lines, as you can see in our vocabulary cards to the right. So when we're trying to figure out how many rows and columns, the rows are going to represent one factor and the columns are going to represent the other. So I'm going to first count my rows. And a great way to do this so that you don't you lose count is either circle the rows, or I'm going to actually use my highlighter tool to highlight the rows as I count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 rows. Now, I could start counting my columns, or I could just record the number 10 in my first box, since I know that is one of my factors, because the arrays are going to represent the rows times the number of columns. Now I'm going to change colors, change my highlighter color to get the columns. The columns again go up and down, so we've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to fill in my next box with 3. And then 10 times 3. Well, if we have 10 and we're doing 10 groups of 3, then that's like saying 10 plus 10 plus 10. And we know that that equals 30. Now, we're writing two facts to match each array. We are going to have the same exact product, so I can just drop that 30 down into this box because it needs to match no matter what. The only thing that we're looking at differently is I first thought of 10 groups of 3 or 10 rows of 3, but now I can flip-flop that thinking and think 3 columns of 10. Either way, I'm going to get the same product. So I can do the same thing on these next two. I'm going to first count my rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll write a 4 in here. And then I'm going to count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to put a 10 in here. Now, again, 4 times 10 or 10 times 4. Either way, we can count the easiest way that our brain can think. So, 10 is a friendly number. It is much easier to count by 10s than to count by 4s. It's not impossible to count by 4s. But when we are trying to learn these multiplication facts, we're going to start out with our 5s facts and our 10s facts, because starting in kindergarten, when we learn to skip count, after we learn to count by 1s, those are going to be your next easiest ways to count. So if I count by 10s, I know that I need to count by 10 4 times. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And I see that represented in these rows as well. So here's my first 10, 20, 30, 40. So my product is going to be 40 for 4 times 10. And even if I had 10 groups of 4, I could count by 4s to make sure that that's correct. But because of the commutative property of multiplication, because I am taking the same factors, 4 times 10, and then switching them 10 times 4, I know for a fact that my answer is going to be 40. For C, we see that we have 2 rows, 1, 2. So I know 2 is going to be one of my factors. And I'm going to go ahead and put this other 2 right here because I know it's a turnaround factor and we just kind of flip-flop those places. So I know 2 is one of my factors, so it can be placed into both equations. And then I can count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, looks like another tens fact. And we talked in class about any fact that is, or any number that's multiplied by 2 is not only a fact in itself, like a tens fact, but it's also a twos fact. And all twos facts are doubles. So we talked about the importance of knowing our doubles. And we started learning these doubles in first grade. We have songs that can help us learn these doubles. And there's raps and rhymes. And I'm going to be sending home and making available online a worksheet that has our doubles rap on it to review those doubles. If we know our doubles 1 through 10, we can solve so many different kinds of problems. So it's very, very important to make sure we freshen up on those doubles. So 2 times 10, that is saying that you're going to add 10 twice, basically 10, 20. So our product is 20. And then 10 times 2, our product remains the same because all we did was we flipped around the factors. We didn't change them. We didn't add anything new. They are the same exact factors, just in a different location. But they're still on the same side, opposite the equal sign. So that is a small example of arrays. And this was our Module 1 pretest, which we will practice actually this week in class. And I'll send that home. And on the same day, I will send home or email a blank pretest with the answer key for parents if your student didn't do well, or if you feel that they need to practice a little bit more, or they feel more comfortable practicing more. Feel free to use these videos to help guide them along the way and really stoke up their confidence, because a post-test looks almost exactly like this, plus a couple bonus sheets on number lines and expanded form. Which I have a video on expanded form that was posted above this video. So if you want to freshen up on that, then be my guest. The more the merrier, and they can rack up on some of those bonus points. All right, hope you enjoyed.